me if love's so nice. Tell me why it hurts so bad. Badang, if love's so nice.
Portia versus Andrew, big news to the party faithful.
It's a family tradition.
So even if they were doing a bad job, you'd still vote for them?
Right.
Why support the PNP? Why support Portia?
Because from birth, I'm a comrade. And I am not working, but the fact still remains, by the help of God, I am going on.
So me born as a liberate, and me dead as a liberate.
Long time.
From me born, me work for people, and a liberate me the pan foot till now.
Then
And me a ring bell now. I'm ring the bell here.
Free up Andrew, film time now, loud!
I'm going to see some surprises in some seats.
Confident, the vibes are there. People are coming out who never came out before. A lot of the younger people are showing themselves.
Drowning decibels of Portia and Patrick filled the air from the crowd that gathered, seemingly in a bid to prevent the area from being tainted by Holness's presence. Even children participated, many ripping through flyers with his photograph. The residents questioned his reasons for being in the area. But while they chanted, there was a moment when there was uncertainty.
There is this notion that there are areas where you can't go, and we want to break that. I think that's the start of the change.
For him, it was a chance to continue the change he envisions where tribalism clouds the better judgment of the people.
One of the challenges I face in this constituency is that people who would want to interact with me have to wait because of the mass of enforcement. So eventually, I think it will change. It's obvious as I'm walking through, there are many persons who will come out and wink and give you signals that would say, I can't come out openly, but you know you have to. And that's important.
Supporting a political party is like a religion, or the upholding of a family tradition, a lifetime commitment.
Dudos wasn't just any era leader, he was done for an era represented in Parliament by none other than the Prime Minister of Jamaica, Bruce Golding. Big news too, because Dudos is genetically linked to the ruling Jamaica Labour Party through its biggest and most powerful garrison, West Kingston. It put the government between a rock and a hard place. Analysts argued that if the government signed away Dudos to the U.S. authorities, the JLP administration would find itself in a political crisis, and if it didn't, a diplomatic one. But taking Dudos would not be easy. Tivoli residents had set up a fortress, erecting barricades to prevent these security forces from entering the community.
It's a hard pill for the people to swallow, particularly because of the help they say Christopher Coke used to provide in the community.
We don't have anybody to help us. To send our children to school. So maybe some of children are not even going to go. Look for them going up the stair home.
Security forces against residents of West Kingston in the hunt for drug lord Christopher Dudos Coke.
Paradise lost. Former Prime Minister, former Member of Parliament for West Kingston. For 40 years he was Member of Parliament. The Most Honourable Edward Siaga. I begin by putting it to you that the Tivoli model went horribly wrong. How much of this, Mr. Siaga, would you take any responsibility for creating?
Me? I created a community which was a model. The model did not go wrong. The circumstances and the environment in which it existed because of what took place in the 1970s distorted what was the original intention.
Let's explore. Why would Mr. Golding act in that way, Mr. Siaga? What is it about Dudos why he felt he had to intervene in this improper manner as you see it?
You ever heard of the $64,000 question?
How does somebody like Dudos ascend to such a place of prominence within the construct that you had?
Every community has people like Dudos. Every community has members or youngsters who are happy to find somebody that they can work with in gang activities because that's their only affiliation. They don't have that affiliation at home. So, as you look at the communities all around, you find that there are replicas of that. Now, to the extent that this one grew more and was bigger, and I don't know that it was so, because in Spanish Town they had some very powerful gangs operating there. Is a matter of the extent to which the circumstances allowed them to do so.
Yeah.
No. I didn't give them any multi-million-dollar contracts which would enrich them to the point where they became so powerful that they can do without a member of parliament, and therefore they're on their own in the pace they want to grow and what they want to do. I didn't do that.
Who did that?
The present member of parliament allowed it to happen because his philosophy in how you run a constituency is the member of parliament goes to parliament to argue on national and international affairs, and the constituency takes care of its other needs. That constituency can't run that way.
Yes.
That constituency is run on care and love and attention and sustenance, and I gave it that for over 40 years.
I thought Tivoli was much about Dudus and not much more.
When you see you're part of those who have an entirely wrong perspective.
Please correct
we
me.
Couldn't handle a constituency which required a lot of time, which required a lot of attention, getting to know people and people knowing you and bonding with the people and the people bonding with you. That was how I ran Tivoli. It was one family. You have often heard me say that Tivoli was West Kingston was my extended family.
Yes.
That's how I refer to them. Now,
I live in this community over 30 odd years. My man gave my mother a house. And I have 2 kids in Nannyville. And when my son, the first time my son voted, and when PMP lose, my son said, my mother, I'm not staying here, separation. In a PMP time, I get up with money in my pocket, and it's comfortable in Nannyville. In a PMP long time, and the Labour can't get my one no time. If Labour win, I run away, not staying here.
The policies and the vision of the PNP was implanted in me, or embedded in me by my grandparents. Personally, I can't trust the JLP. I don't think they are trustworthy. That's the main reason why I wouldn't vote for Andrew Willis or the Jamaica Labour Party.
If I'm eligible for vote, I'll Labour right me vote for. Sister, if you get a chance, but not from me.
I was born and grown in Eastern Kingston for the last 36 years so far. Between Drake's Road, Backbush and Top Range. So between the 3 constituencies, a 3 Labourite area. My born comes from my mother Labourite, born comes from my father Labourite. Different from me being a Labourite, I love what Labourite I do for the country so far. And that's
The constitutional obligation to set a date when the Jamaican electorate will go to the poll rests with the Prime Minister.
General elections will be held on the 25th day of February 2016. Oh, my comrades, see the signal. Children, a better life. Come on and do your part. Vote for the best.
Your family is PNP?
Straight, born PNP.
And that's why you're supporting them?
Because I was born in it, so I don't make sense I switch.
You think Benton Ferguson should have been fired?
No, not really. People have to learn off of their mistake, no.
Well, sometimes when you make mistakes as bad as that, you should get fired.
No, I don't think so. Every man deserves a second chance.
Especially when they're PNP.
Yeah, especially when they're PNP.
My leader, gay. I want to them.
What if she dashed out your way?
She dash out work and educate enough people in our community. And my daughter too, she dash out. And she have to come back again. And we say the beat it and the eat it.
Many voters turned off by empty promises and unconvincing politicians simply staying away from the polls.